Yo, what is going on, guys? The NHL playoffs are amongst us. We've already brought it up, but you know what we did? We did a bracket challenge video. We did an EA SHL sim video, but what we haven't done yet is my predictions on what could happen in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And need I say the least, this may be the version of maybe the upset version of the Stanley Cup playoffs that we could see. Maybe not be the favorites of everybody, but I have some reasoning for these picks that I have here today. Like I said, semi-upset, Columbus Blue Jacket bias a little bit too, but put some thought into this one, into some things that are very possible to happen here. And if there was some upsets that could happen, these might be the ones I see happen. So let's go ahead and get this going nice and easy right away in Nashville, Colorado. Sorry, Colorado. I don't think you guys got a chance. I'm taking Nashville, round number 1. I think it's going to be pretty easy for them. Then going over in Winnipeg and Minnesota. Winnipeg having a stellar season this year. They've done pretty well against Minnesota as well this season. And Winnipeg's coming in hot. If I ain't mistaken, Winnipeg is coming in pretty hot. And I think that's going to carry on over. They're going to take care of Minnesota rather easily. We're going to go over to Vegas and LA. Vegas is one of those kind of teams, I feel like they do ride a little bit of momentum going into the playoffs, but at the same time, I mean, if you want to say so, they have been cooling off lately, but I go ahead and I still think they take care of the Los Angeles Kings. Going over to Anaheim and San Jose. Speaking of hot teams, Anaheim has won 5 straight, and we know one thing about the Stanley Cup playoffs, boys, and that is once these guys get hot, teams can get hot and make that run straight to the cup, and that's why I'm going to go ahead. We're taking Anaheim over San Jose. Now we're going to go over to the Eastern Conference. This is where things get a little bit spicy. Tampa Bay and New Jersey. Fun fact of the day, guess who has not beat the New Jersey Devils all season? The Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning are an absolute powerhouse. The thought of the Devils beating the Lightning may seem absolutely absurd to some, but hey, they've done it all season. The postseason's a different type of phenom, but let me get something straight here. The Devils have done it all season. They have not lost to Tampa Bay. They've had their number. They've had some great goaltending. I shouldn't say they've had their number. They've had 50 save games out there this season, but the goaltending's been superb against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to see a Tampa Bay Lightning first round exit, New Jersey Devils style. We're taking the Devils. Going Boston-Toronto. I think this is going to be the best matchup of the first round. I see it going 7 games. I see it being a nail-biter. But Toronto, we seem to fight in these young guys last season come postseason. This is our second time around. I think they're ready to go. I'm giving Toronto the nod over Boston right here. It's going to be a great matchup, though. Here we go, the big matchup. Columbus and Washington. Washington and Columbus, they have something in common. They both don't like advancing in the playoffs too often. But the Capitals, one of them had to do it. The Capitals or the Blue Jackets. This is the first time the Blue Jackets seen somebody other than the Penguins in the postseason now. And I'm a biased Blue Jackets fan, and I'd like to think my Blue Jackets can go in there, and you know what? They've been hot lately. Hot matters, right? We've brought it up. You got to come in a little bit hot. The Blue Jackets have been hot. I think they can go in there, and they're going to take care of them Washington Capitals, mainly because I'm a biased Blue Jackets fan, but I think there's a solid chance it happens. We go down here to Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Sorry, Philly, you guys ain't beat the Penguins since March of 2017, which is a year ago, which means I don't see this one going long. Sorry, I'd like to see you guys beat up on the Penguins so we won't have to play them in the second round because they're definitely our kryptonite, but I don't see it happening. I can see a 4-game sweep right here. Sorry, Flyers fans, but I can see it. So let's go back over Nashville and Winnipeg. We brought it up before. Now, this is going to be a stellar matchup. Nashville and Winnipeg, 2 of the best teams in the league. I mean, I guess we're in the playoffs. We're going to have that come second round, am I right? Winnipeg, we brought it up earlier. They're coming in hot. Winnipeg's ready to go. I don't know, though. At the same time, I want to say they're ready to go, but you consider, a lot of them guys haven't seen the playoffs. I don't care. I think the Winnipeg Jets make a run for the money, and they go out there and beat the Nashville Predators. We go to Vegas and Anaheim. Anaheim's been itching. I swear they're in the playoffs all the time, and they've been struggling to make that big leap. I think it's time. You think Vegas, like I said, they've been hot this year. Maybe they can steal one against the Kings, but lately they've been quote-unquote average, mediocre. You can't live on that high forever, though, am I right? They got Marc-Andre Fleury back there, and I always am concerned about Fleury. I really am. You can go out there. I mean, he does have a cup to his name, but you've also seen him go out there and get benched in the playoffs and struggle in the playoffs and everything else, and I think that could happen. We could see a couple fumbles from Fleury, and we could see an Anaheim Ducks advance to the conference finals. Now, I don't want to get too deep into these matchups, but New Jersey and Toronto, you can't put too much stock into them, but you got to put stock into them at the same time. If the Devils are going to come hot off of a Tampa Bay Lightning win, you got to figure these guys are coming in steaming hot, ready to roll, right? And you go in there and look, New Jersey's 2-1 against Toronto as well. Like, they've played the tough teams pretty well this season. And again, I can see this one being a New Jersey Devils upset, bringing them to the conference finals. beating up on them Toronto Maple Leafs. Then we go down here, Pittsburgh and Columbus. Not gonna lie, this is my inner Blue Jacket fan coming in. I have to support the home team. We've got to be able to get over the hump at some point in time. Can anybody beat the Pittsburgh Penguins officiating? No. I mean, let's be honest here. Probably not. But the Blue Jackets are going to do it. There's about 12 dislikes because we got all Penguins fans out there. They won 2 cups in a row. Go ahead and hit the dislike button for me on that one for calling the officiating a little bit biased towards the Pens. I know you guys will like that one. But I'm going to throw it out there. Let's be honest. I've seen some pretty... I watched the playoffs last season. Anyway, we're going Blue Jackets. We're going conference finals. Blue Jackets, Devils. Probably the 2 least likely teams people expected to see it there. That's our bold prediction for these playoffs. Going back to Winnipeg and Anaheim, no. I'm riding the Winnipeg Jets. They've been hot. Like I said, I think they take care of Anaheim rather easily. They go to the conference finals, and we see New Jersey and Columbus. This is honestly probably the only path I see either one of these 2 teams making it to the Stanley Cup is if said, occasions happen. I mean, obviously, if you lose, you're out. But I think the Blue Jackets and Devils got to play each other. They'd have the best chance to advancing. And I think the Blue Jackets, because they are playing the Devils, I mean, if they went and played the Leafs or the Lightning, I think it might have been a little bit tougher. But I think we can match up well against the Devils. I think the Blue Jackets can take the Devils, and they'll go in there and face the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup Finals. Then we see the Stanley Cup Finals of the Winnipeg Jets, the Columbus Blue Jackets. You already know I'm picking the Blue Jackets, but if we were to break this matchup down real quick, I might have to go with the Winnipeg Jets. Might just slightly have to. They're young, though, boys. Winnipeg Jets got some young players. They got some experience on that team, too. I can't really call them too young. They got Scheifele, they got Blake Wheeler. They've been around the block a few times. Scheifele's still a young little gun, though, but they got Hellebuyck in net. We got the experience. I might go with the experience in Bob, but hey, what kind of experience we got? We ain't never been out of the first round. I'm still going Blue Jackets. I think it's a great matchup. I think the Winnipeg Jets have a very good chance of winning that one, but I'm still going Blue Jackets because that's what I do. Got to be a team supporter here. Can't hate me for supporting my team right here. I think the Winnipeg Jets have put a pretty good fight. I think the Winnipeg Jets could be a pretty good favorite to win this cup, too. Otherwise, though, those are my predictions. That is my layout. I'm thinking 30 goals here. I guess I'll go ahead and, pick the games as well. I was picking a sweep for the Preds. I see the Jets winning in 5. See 6 for the Vegas Golden Knights. Say about 6 for the Ducks. I think the Devils would have to win in 6. I don't think they're winning in a Game 7 back in Tampa Bay. So I think they got to take it in 6. And I think that 7-game series in Toronto. The Blue Jackets, same story. I don't think they're going to win on the road. They got to win in 6. And then I said already, the Penguins might be sweeping them Flyers. There you have it. Those are my predictions. Like I said, everybody's are different. Please don't hate on me too much for them. As always, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.